Once again, we are back to another topic, another method of preparation of acids, preparation of hydrogen by using acids and reaction with metals. So once again, I'm going to write the activity series. I hope you all have remembered activity series. First metal is potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, lead, hydrogen, copper, Hg, Ag, Au and Pt. The metal which are above, as I said in the previous section, that this is most reactive, and the metal which is at the bottom of the series is least reactive. Now we'll try to understand which acid will react with the respective metals and forms hydrogen gas. The first two metals, or you can say all the metals, they react with acid. They react with acid. Which acid? Dilute acid. Which dilute acid? Dilute HCl and dilute H2SO4. Only these two acid I am talking. Not talking about nitric acid. Okay, we'll talk about nitric acid in the latter topic. Only these acids, dilute HCl and dilute H2SO4. I'm not talking about concentrated. I'm talking only about dilute. You know that what is dilute acid and what is concentrated acid. So when dilute acid, either HCl or either sulfuric acid, when they react with the metals, they give salt plus hydrogen gas. Okay? And the metal which are below in the activity series, these metals which are less reactive, they will not react with acid. There will be no reaction with acid. No reaction. It means we can say that the metals which are below in the activity series, they will not react with any kind of acid. It means dilute acid I am talking, and will not give any reaction. Am I clear to you? Suppose if question come, write or complete the reaction when copper react with HCl. Is it possible, Sakshi? Copper react with dilute HCl. Will be any reaction?
What?
Copper can react with HCl or not?
Yes, sir, it can.
No. Oh my dear, you not understood what I said. I said that those of the metal, those who are below in the activity series, they will not react with acid.
Yes,
Sure.
sir, it will not react.
Here will be no reaction. There will be no reaction. Am I clear to you all?
Yes,
Once
sir.
again, the metal those who are above hydrogen, the metals those who are above hydrogen will react with dilute acid and give salt and hydrogen. But the metal those who are below in the activity series, like copper, mercury, silver, whatever is given, they will not react with dilute acids. Am I clear to you all now?
Yes,
So reactions you have to practice. How to write reaction? One I am going to write. I am taking here zinc. Zinc react with HCl. How to write product? As we know, the formula of hydrogens, we'll write simply H2. But what is the formula of salt here? So for that, you break into radicals. We have studied radicals. As we know that zinc is divalent. Yes? And here HCl dissociate into H plus and Cl minus. So the positive part of the first reactant will go with the negative part of the second reactant, and you can see that one is divalent, another is monovalent. So there will be cross multiplication as you know, we have studied in the previous section, previous class. So formula will be ZnCl2, right? And similarly, you can write reaction with H2SO4 with other metal also. But one thing I want to point out here, zinc is the metal which is very best, a suitable metal which is used to prepare hydrogen gas. Once again, I'm going to repeat the same. Zinc is the metal which is the best, or you can say the suitable metal or for the preparation of hydrogen gas. Other, why not? You can find out in the book, it is given why potassium is not suitable, as we know that they are very reactive. Why calcium is not suitable, reason is also given in the book, that you can go through one by one. Why magnesium is not suitable, why aluminum is not suitable, why iron and lead is not suitable. These all reasons are given in the book, so you can go through. So which is the best metal for the preparation of hydrogen is zinc. Even in the laboratory method of preparation, zinc is the best method. I'm not saying that they will not react. They will react with acid, but they are not suitable. There will be some, in some cases, there will be exothermic process. There will be some other cause. I hope I'm clear. Now I'm going to add two more points here. The first is it visible? AMG and Mn. AMG and Mn. These two metals can react with very dilute HNO3. Very dilute HNO3. Only these two metals, not any other metals, can react with very dilute nitric acid and produce salt and hydrogen. Only manganese and magnesium can react with very dilute nitric acid and give salt and hydrogen. I hope I'm clear with this. This is the exception. This is an exception, so remember that. Now, one more thing is here. Why not concentrated react with acid and give hydrogen gas? Question can come in your mind. If dilute acid is reacting with metals and giving hydrogen gas, then can concentrated acid can react or not? Can concentrated acid react or give hydrogen or not? So answer will be no. When concentrated acid is used, it will not give hydrogen gas. Okay, you must remember, when concentrated acid is used, it will not give hydrogen gas. So these all are very important points. First question is only these two can react with very dilute nitric acid. Why not other metals can't react? Second question, I said that concentrated acids does not react and gives hydrogen gas, they give other product. So these are the methods of preparation of hydrogen gas. So I hope you have understood this method of preparation by using acids. Yes? Please reply, some of you. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So now I'm going to move to the last topic of preparation of hydrogen. Is very few reactions are here. These three metals, Pb, lead, zinc and aluminum, these three metals, when react with hot and concentrated alkali, it means you can say KOH, you can say NaOH, again you can take here KOH. We have studied in chapter acid, base and salt about alkali. What are alkalis? on water basis. I hope you have watched the video that is already posted in the on the channel. So if you have not watched, must watch the about alkali and bases, which are alkali and which are bases. So when these metals react with hot and concentrated alkali, they give hydrogen gas. They also give hydrogen gas plus give salt. They give hydrogen gas plus salt. What do they give? They give hydrogen gas plus salt.
So, excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, whenever if a metal and alkali combines, sir, then every time it will give hydrogen and salt.
Only these three metals I'm talking, not other metals. These three metals, when react with hot concentrated alkali, they give salt and hydrogen. Okay. So what product will give, that you have to memorize. Your product will give K2PbO2. Its name is potassium plumbite. Very complicated name, but you have to remember. You have seen in the radical also, there are this type of radical is given in the book, PbO2 2 minus. This type of radicals given in the book, you can go through once again. So its name is sodium plumbite. Its name is plumbite. This radical name is plumbite. When zinc react with NaOH, it gives Na2ZnO2 plus hydrogen gas, and its name is sodium zincate. Yes, but here in the case of aluminium, it can react with two kind of alkali. One is hot and concentrated, and the second is it can react with hot and concentrated, as well as it can react with dilute. Better you can write here H2O. This is called dilute alkali. Two conditions. In case of aluminium only, I'm talking in the case of aluminium. Aluminium can react with hot and concentrated alkali, as well as aluminium can react with dilute alkali. In spite of using KOH, you can take NaOH, no problem, because we are discussing about reaction with alkali. So here you can take NaOH, here you can take KOH, here you can take NaOH. So there should be no confusion. Yes. So if we have taken hot and concentrated KOH, then it will give KaLO2 plus hydrogen gas. But when it reacts with dilute alkali, it will give K3AlO3 plus hydrogen gas. Its name is potassium meta-aluminate. Its name is potassium aluminate. Okay, and as I said, its name is potassium plumbite. Its name is sodium zincate. Must remember, these are very important reaction for you. It is also given in class 10th book in chapter 4. That will also study when we'll go through the chapter 4, that is analytical chemistry. In all the cases, you can find out hydrogen gas is releasing. And how will you identify the gas is hydrogen? Very simple. It burns with a pale blue flame, as well as it gives a pop sound. You are familiar with this identification of hydrogen. Okay, it burns with a pop sound. If you bring a matchstick, burning matchstick, near to the jar of the gas, and if it burns with a pop sound and gives a characteristic color of the flame, that is, I said blue, then we can say that the jar is full of hydrogen gas. So this type of question can come. How will you identify the cylinder, that jar is containing hydrogen gas? So this is the method. This is the third method by which you can prepare hydrogen gas. So once again, I'm going to recap the topic what we discussed today. We discussed first how to prepare hydrogen by using water in all the three forms: gases, so not gases, or you can say steam, cold water and hot water. Second, we saw how to prepare hydrogen by using acids, dilute acids. There are some exceptions also we discussed. And third method we discussed that how to prepare hydrogen by using alkalis. So I hope you have understood the methods of preparation of hydrogen gas by using different methods. So in the coming class, we will discuss how to prepare hydrogen in laboratory. That will be our last topic of this chapter, because a few lessons or few topics is not in our syllabus, like physical and chemical properties are not in our syllabus. So our last topic of this chapter, hydrogen, is how to prepare hydrogen in lab and how to collect the gas in laboratory. So going to end our class here. Okay, thank you.